The next thing we want to do after we have added our entities to our page is we need to create our connections between our employees supertype and the salaried employee subtype. To do that, we will go over to our Shapes area and select the parent to category shape and drag it onto our page. Notice both ends of this connector are green. We can take the top end and drag it directly over the middle of our employees entity so that it turns red. Then we can move the other green side of the line so that it is over our salaried employees entity. Next, we need to select a category shape and drag it onto our page. Then we can drag our category shape over to the end of our original connector line from our employees entity. Next, we need to connect our category shape to the salaried employees subtype. To do that, we will select the category to child shape and drag it over on our page. We want to make sure the one green side is connected to our category shape and the other green side is dragged over to the middle of our salary employee subtype entity so that both ends are connected and are red when it's selected. Now we can do the same thing to connect our employee supertype to our hourly employee subtype. However, we do not need to select and create another category shape. We can simply drag another category to child shape onto our page and connect the existing category with our hourly employees. Now we have our employees entity connected to both our salaried employee subtype and our hourly employees subtype. Next, let's take a look at how we can create an entity and relate it to our employees table. For instance, each employee will work in a particular department, and each department will have many employees. So let's create a department entity by dragging the entity shape onto our page and changing our definition category to departments to name our entity. Then we can create columns for our departments table and have a primary key field of department ID, and then every department will also have a department name. Next, we can join our department entities with our employees entity. To do this, we would create or drag a relationship shape onto our page, and notice the relationship shape has two sides. One side looks like a crow's foot because we changed our database modeling, and this is our mini side. The other side has two straight lines. That is our one side. Because each employee will work in only one department, the one side should be connected to the department's entity, and each department will have many employees. So we will drag the mini side over to our employees entity. Now we can see the relationship between departments and employees.